Contact calling. How awesome is that? A little bit of a surprise roar for us, even if it was a little bit of a half-hearted roar. It's always the most awe-inspiring sound. You might have to try a little harder though, dude. Your buddies are quite far away from what I've heard. Although their hearing is a great deal better than ours, naturally. That was a half-hearted yawn roar. A yaw. Sorry, Sandy, I will get back to your question in a moment. I just want to see what he decides to do. He's very clearly feeling terribly lonely and very much like he'd like to know where the rest of his coalition is. He's decided that his time away from his brothers or cousins with the ladies has taught him all he needs to know, and it really is time to start heading back. But while he occupies himself cleaning his chest, Sandy, you were wondering if it's sort of the same as it is with us and the lions, because during the daytime we are very much the dominant species out here. And yes, I would say that it would be the same with a cougar, I imagine. It's the same sort of evolutionary background. They know us as hunters in the same way that our lions know the bipedal shape as the dominant predator. And then again, just as with lions, I imagine that the night time becomes a whole different story. Because when it gets dark, a sound like this, okay, maybe not like that, the sound of a proper male roaring is enough to strike fear into the hearts of a man when it is dark. Are we going to get a proper roar from you, boy? Or is it just going to be more of these sort of half-hearted, very miserable sounding, guys, I want to come home now. Now, I know where they are. They're not terribly far from here. They're towards our southern boundary, close to Little Gowrie, I believe. I could be mistaken, but that was the update that we received. And that, I think, is why we have the sighting all to ourselves, because I think that the other vehicles are there with the Birmingham boys and a buffalo kill. Not sure if it's all of them, but certainly at least 2 of them are south of Gowrie, Maine. So we are probably, where we are now on Knobthorne Open in Arethusa, we're probably about in a straight line 2 or so miles away. Maybe 1.5, depending exactly where they are on Little Gowrie. And I think that right foot has been hurting him a little bit, or there's something uncomfortable, maybe a burr or a thorn stuck there. Although now he's using it to clean his face. So while we wait for him to decide what his plans are for the evening, let's go and find out from Brent what he thinks Tingana